What's up, everybody? Justin here to do another video. Merry Christmas. Hope you're having a good Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. Hope you have a Happy New Year. 2016 is almost in the books. And it was a great year. For me, personally, it was a great year. Family's been great. Everything in my life has been great. So that's good. I've been healthy. I'm usually always healthy, but it's been very good. No trips to the hospital, even though I do have a heart condition. But I'm on medication for that. So anyways, 2016 almost in the books. This video is 2016, the year in review and entertainment. Now I'm not going to talk about the gossip stories and the divorce stories and who's got divorced, who got married, who got engaged. Supposedly Katy Perry's engaged to Orlando Bloom. Good for them. I hope they're happy. And the big divorce, the big breakup was Brad and Angelina. Brangelina broke up. What do you know? That didn't work out. That didn't last. Shocker that wouldn't last. Brad Pitt, in my opinion, the guy's better off being single. I mean, the guy had to live with like 7 kids. To me, that's hell, to live with 7 kids. But this video is not about Brad and Angelina breaking up. So here we go. This is my 2016 year in review and entertainment, mostly talking about the people, all the famous people, actors, directors, all the famous people, entertainers, musicians, singers, stuff like that. Talking about who passed away in 2016. This is the year in review in entertainment and who the big stars we lost in 2016. Sadly, we lost a lot of them. A lot of big stars, a lot of icons we lost. Here we go. First one we lost, not the first one, but just recently, Alan Thicke. Alan Thicke, famous, was the dad in the show Growing Pains. Also, Alan Thicke is also Robin Thicke's father. So, very sad to hear about Alan Thicke passing away. That was very sad news. The guy was 69 years old. He passed away when he was playing hockey with his teenage son, and I believe he had a heart attack. That very sad. Alan Thicke should have never passed away at 69. He should have lived at least until 80s. Another one we just lost last week. Very, very sad. I was very sad when I heard this. Craig Sager. Craig Sager, longtime NBA sideline reporter, worked for the NBA on TNT for like 28 years or 25 years. And Craig Sager, very entertaining. Very entertaining. Great man. Great guy. Nobody in that knew him, nobody in sports media ever had a bad thing to say about Craig Sager. Very sad. Craig Sager passed away, and I believe he had leukemia, I think. All right. So very sad. Rest in peace, Craig Sager. Rest in peace, Alan Thicke. Also, we lost a legend, sports legend, freaking icon that did change the world a little bit. Muhammad Ali. We lost Ali. Very sad we lost him. Another icon. in music, this guy was an icon. Had a ton of great songs. He changed the music business. He was an icon. David Bowie, we lost in 2016. Another entertainer we lost. Great singer, great songwriter. Prince, we lost Prince. That one was shocking. That is very shocking. I knew David Bowie was sick. He had cancer. So, David Bowie was still very sad and pretty shocking. But Prince was very shocking. I think he's 56 years old or 57, I believe. Very, very sad. Prince passed away again, like David Bowie. He had a ton of hits. He was a musical genius. The songs he wrote were great. I mean, the entire album, the entire Purple Rain album, Prince played every single instrument for that album. Every song he played, every instrument. That's insane. So rest in peace, Prince. I know you were in a lot of pain. You had back pain. You had bad, severe hip pain. You need a hip replacement. And for some reason, I think Prince was against getting any surgery. I don't know why. And sadly, he died of an accidental drug overdose. Very sad. So rest in peace, Prince. Rest in peace, David Bowie. Both of you guys were icons in music and will be very missed by your fans. Other people we lost in 2016, some pro wrestlers that were part of WWF back in the day. Mr. Fuji. We lost Mr. Fuji. Longtime manager in the WWF. Also was a wrestler in the WWF for a while. In the WWF. Was a tag team champion. If any wrestling fans are watching this, check out the WWE Network and the Mr. Fuji collection. There's a lot of his early matches on there from when he was in a tag team and when he became a tag champion. There's also a match on there against Bruno Sammartino that's pretty damn entertaining. So we lost Mr. Fuji. He was a legend in pro wrestling, in the WWF, WWE, whatever you want to call it. We also lost, her impact on the wrestling business was huge. I'm talking about China. China was a huge mainstream star, especially in the late 90s, in the Attitude Era. If you said to somebody, do you know China is, they would have responded, yes, she's a wrestler. So everybody knew China was, household name. Sadly and very tragically, she passed away. And it was just, when I heard that China passed away, it was very sad. Because I was really pulling for her. I was really hoping she was sober. I was really wishing she would stay sober. But things did not work out. Very sad, very tragic. That China, the 9th wonder of the world, China, the first ever woman in pro wrestling in the WWF, first ever woman to compete in the Royal Rumble, also first ever woman to be the Intercontinental Champion. I don't think another woman will ever be Intercontinental Champion again. So China was one of a kind, great, great talent. In China, you will be missed by your fans worldwide. So rest in peace, Joni Laura China. Also in wrestling, we also lost ECW Originals, Boz Mahoney, and Axl Rotten. So very sad. Rest in peace, Axl. Rest in peace, Boz Mahoney. Also, we lost back to actors that were huge stars and had a huge impact on entertainment, and that a lot of people grew up watching. Florence Henderson. Florence Henderson of the Brady Bunch. She was a mother of all the Bradys. And a lot of people watched her and probably wished she was their mother and that she was a perfect mother. Very sad. Florence Henderson passed away. I believe she's only 83 or 84. I hope I have that right. Very sad, very tragic. Florence Henderson passed away. Anybody that worked with her never had a bad thing to say about her. Everybody I've heard talk about her said she was a super nice, sweet, down-to-earth woman. Never had a huge ego and would always be great to her fans. Even when she was, I think, 5 years ago, she competed on Dancing with the Stars. And she did pretty well for her age. And for, I believe she's, before she passed away, for in her early 80s, she didn't look that bad. She did not look unhealthy. I mean, for her early 80s and her 70s, she didn't look like a bad-looking woman. She was still pretty good-looking. So rest in peace, Florence Henderson. I was not a big fan of the Brady Bunch. I was not alive when it was on the air in the 70s, but I did watch it as a kid in the late 80s and early 90s. It was still on TV and repeats. So I did watch a lot of the Brady Bunch, but it was not one of my favorite shows. But I did watch it a lot, so very sad to hear when Florence Henderson passed away. Because I did see the Brady Bunch pretty much as a small kid. Another actor that passed away, the guy's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my hometown, Gene Wilder. Guy grew up in my hometown. The guy went to Hollywood, became a huge movie star, was in Young Frankenstein, was in a lot of great movies, was in I believe 2 movies with Richard Pryor that were great and very funny. Him and Richard Pryor were great together. He was also Willy Wonka. He played Willy Wonka in the famous movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So rest in peace, Gene Wilder. You were a great actor. Very nice guy. From all the interviews I've seen you do, Gene Wilder, great actor. He will really be missed. Hopefully they do a nice tribute for him at the Oscars. Another person that passed in 2016 from sports, Pat Summitt, the famous Tennessee women's basketball coach. Pat Summitt, she battled and fought cancer. Sadly, she could not beat cancer, but she was a great lady, great basketball coach. So rest in peace, Pat Summitt. Rest in peace, Gene Wilder. And there's another person that passed that I did not mention yet. A famous director, directed Pretty Woman. Oh my God, I can't remember the guy's name. He also started Happy Days and directed Pretty Woman. Garry Marshall, that's his name. Garry Marshall, great director, great guy. Garry Marshall, rest in peace. Also, I believe in 2016 he passed away from entertainment, a comedian. Garry Shandling, great comic. Guy's funny as hell. The guy had a great show called The Garry Shandling Show, or Larry Sanders Show, something like that. Garry Shandling, very sad he passed away, tragically, very tragically, because nobody expected it. So rest in peace, Garry Shandling. So there it is. There's my tribute to all the people that passed away, sadly, in 2016. They will all be missed by somebody. My thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and their family. It's gotta suck that all these people that passed had families, had good friends. It really sucks they all will not be around for the 2016, for Christmas in 2016. Very sad. So my prayers and thoughts go out to all those entertainers, families, and people in sports, and comedians, and directors, and actors. My thoughts and prayers go out to all of them. Very sad they had to lose their loved ones in 2016. Who knows what will happen in 2017. I really hope we have no more wrestling deaths, no more wrestlers dying in 2017, please. And I want to mention Carrie Fisher. She had a massive heart attack on an airplane from London to going to LA, taking her back home. Carrie Fisher got CPR on the airplane by, I believe, some nurses that were on the plane. She got CPR from them, and she got rushed to the LA hospital. And I heard late last night, that she was in stable condition. That Carrie Fisher, I believe she's breathing on her own. I hope she's breathing on her own, and she's in stable condition. That's very good news, because we don't want to lose another person that we grew up watching. And I didn't grow up a Star Wars fan at all. I've never watched an entire Star Wars movie, and I never cared to. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of the 3 old ones. The first 3 I've seen bits and pieces, but I never care to watch the entire movies. It's not my thing. Not into Star Wars, not into Star Trek. That's not my thing. So, but Carrie Fisher, huge star. Star Wars made her famous. And then she's in a lot of other movies. And my goodness, Carrie Fisher in those first 3 Star Wars was very attractive. Very hot. Very hot. So very thankful that Carrie Fisher didn't die. And that she's still alive and still with us. That's great news that she's in stable condition after suffering a massive heart attack on a flight. So there it is. And I do know, even though I'm not a Star Wars fan, I do know a lot of the characters, because I've heard them on TV, I've heard them be named, and from watching some of the movies, I knew the characters' names. Not all their names. I know R2-D2, Jar Jar Binks, Yoda, Chewbacca, Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, of course, Princess Leia, who was played by Carrie Fisher. And just go back and watch those first 3 Star Wars. Even look up Carrie Fisher when she was younger in the 70s and 80s. My God, she was attractive. So, I'm sure a lot of guys thought she was very attractive and fantasized about her. Anyways, so I named a lot of Star Wars characters, of course, because I've heard them repeated over and over and over on TV for years. And from watching bits and pieces of the first 3 movies. I don't care to see the new Star Wars. I probably never will, and I don't care what I'm missing, because I'm not a fan of Star Wars movies, really. So anyways, R2-D2, I named the characters I know. Of course, I know who the Stormtroopers are, but that gold That gold guy with R2-D2, I don't know his name. Sorry, I don't know his name. I'll just call him the gold guy. Because he's in a gold suit. I don't know what he is. I guess he's a robot. A human robot. I don't know what he is. So 2016, this was a year in review. Paying tribute to all of the stars that passed away. Will you all rest in peace, and you will all be missed. Have a great Christmas, everybody. Have a happy new year. Bye for now.